Hello, music class. Okay, so I'm doing this video a little differently. I tend to do these videos on a program called Loom, but I want to be able to draw on the screen today, so I'm going to use the Zoom, which you guys pretty much see me in Zoom all the time anyway, so you should be fine with that. Okay, share my screen. So today, the purpose of today's lesson is to go over quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. I know we've gone over and quarter rest as well. I know we've gone over these things in class, but now I want you to be able to see how they work here inside of Bandlab. Okay, so let's just start with the basics. So actually, let me go back so I can show you where I am. Do not save. Okay, so I'm going to my mix editor. And I'm going to hit drum machine. Now we're at a drum machine. Now I don't want to use any of these. It's going to hit C because that blanks all of these out. Now, what are we looking at here? My annotate pin here. So we had this light gray, dark gray, lighter gray, dark gray. This is beat 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. The dark gray is the start of beat 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Light gray is the start of beat 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is beat 4. When we're looking up here, we've been talking about measures. The distance between number 1 and number 2 is a measure. This is the distance between number 1 and number 2. So this is a measure, that's a measure, that's a measure, that's a measure. Actually, I am incorrect. Forget I said all that. These are beats. These are the 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 beats inside of this measure. Okay, so forget what I said. So up here, this is measures. And these are the beats. 1 would be here, and number 2 is here. So this 1 is this one, and this number 2 is way over here. So these 4 beats are inside this measure. Okay, I hope I didn't, it wasn't too confusing, but let's get some of this out of the way so we can see what's going on. All right, so now back to quarter notes. So a quarter note equals 1 beat. So when we draw these, when we've been drawing them, this is a quarter note, a circle, color it in with a line, right? So this is 1 beat. This is 2 beats. This is 3 beats. And then this is 4. Okay, now let's go ahead and get rid of that. Number 2 here. Okay. So each one of these quarter notes would fill this whole thing up. If we were playing an instrument, if we were playing a recorder, we would hold all the way through here. Now, because we're doing a drum machine, it is a little different. A quarter note's only going to sound at the beginning of each note. So down here's my bass drum. Let me see if I turn this off. All right, here we go. So down here's my bass drum, and I'm going to do a quarter note right on beat 1. This quarter note's on beat 2. This quarter note's on beat 3. This quarter note's on beat 4. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember, those are 4 beats right in this little section right here. And actually, if you look, you can see the little lines. Let me see if I can zoom in here. So this is, that's probably a 2. Anyway, if you look in here, you can see these little lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be boom, 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 boom. right in there. Okay, so if I were going to do quarter notes, it's just right on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we were clapping it, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. If I was playing every quarter, it would be okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what we see here. All right. Now, if you don't understand that, this is a good time to stop, go back, watch it again. You do not have to watch this video from the beginning to the end. Feel free to pause, go back, and re-listen to something if you don't understand. And then obviously, when you get to class, you can always ask me questions if I didn't explain something as clearly as you need. Now, so those are quarter notes. Or if we said in class, let me change the color here. Instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, in class, we would say ta. That's a terrible ta. There we go. Maybe by the time we're done with all this Zoom teaching, I'll learn how to write with this thing. So we would have ta, 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 ta. Okay. Now, if that rings bells, that's good. Good. If you remember ta, then you probably remember TT. TT goes for eighth notes. So let's get rid of these. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of these two. Now, if we remember, an eighth note has 2 sounds inside of a beat. So, all right, here we go. Let's draw it. So we have 1, 2. We have the 2 lines. These are tied eighth notes. 2. Okay, tied eighth notes. Here we go. For 3. And 4, you would think I would get better as we go down, but I think they're getting worse. So remember, if we were in class, this would be T, 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 T. So if I'm clapping this, it would be T, 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 T. Okay. The quarter notes are ta, 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 ta. T, 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 T. 2 sounds in 1 beat. Now, how do we put this into Bandlab? Okay. Now, we say there's 2 sounds. So let's just use a suspended symbol here. Okay. If I just leave that, that is a quarter note. But we want 2 notes to make it an eighth note. So we're going to go halfway, right? So if I were to draw this, here we go. Actually, I just figured out a way to do something on here. So let me go up here to my annotate. Let me do orange, and I'll show you why. So right here we have ta. Oh, that's terrible. Let's erase that. That's so bad. I can't bear to look at it. All right, here we go. Get rid of that. All right. Instead of drawing it, let me use this line here. Here we go. Let's try this. This would be, look at that. Now that's a thing of beauty. Ta, 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 ta. Look at that. Now, let's go to red. And this is going to be TT. Now, right now, they look like little tas. Look like a bunch of quarter notes. I will fix that in just a moment. There we go. Connect these. Connect that. Connect that. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So now we have ta, 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 t, 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 t. Let's see what this sounds like. right, just so you can hear, let's get rid of these the quarter notes so you can hear the TTs. Ta, 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 ta. Beautiful. All right, so there we go. We have our TTs and our tas. Now we also learned about a quarter rest. Oh, geez, now I have to draw a quarter rest. This should be a nightmare, but let's go for it. All right, here we go. Where's my annotate pen? My eraser. Let's get rid of all of this up here since we're moving on. All right. Now, you know, in class, I just do a little squiggly line. So, let's do this just so you can get a visual. Oh, hey, look, our stuff's still on there. Quarter rest. There it is. So we have this little kind of like a lightning bolt shape with a little curve on the bottom. All right. So why don't I trace it? Get my first one looking good. Here we go. So we have this little lightning bolt shape, boop, boop, a little curve on the bottom. All right, now let's go back to our other screen. Oops, that didn't work. There we go. There it is. That looks awful. Let me try another one. That's the thing, guys. Everything just takes practice. So we're going to go boop, boop, boop. Little, oops, curved the wrong way. Curve on the bottom. Lightning bolt, curve on the bottom. Lightning bolt, curve on the bottom. Lightning bolt, curve on the bottom. All right. Let's see. Let's do, oh, I want claps, but I don't see any claps. Let me find the claps. There we go. I see the claps, but I'm going to do it on green. So come down here. Green. There we go. Now we have claps. So since we're doing green, let me find my, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a quarter note clap right here on beat 2. We're going to do a quarter note clap on beat 4. All right, let's get my annotate pen, show you how this goes. But we got to change it to green. Let's be consistent here. I don't think either one of these greens match. Let's go with the lighter one. So we have a quarter note there, quarter note here. Now, why do we draw these quarter rest? We're going to put these right here. So we're going to give our little, oh wait, I'm on the line. That's not going to work. Let's draw it. Here we go, lightning bolt. Boom, boom, boom. And the little curly on the bottom. That's gross. Boom, boom, boom. Little curly on the bottom. Okay, now here we go. Let's see what this sounds like. So we're going to go, if I were counting this, we were in class, I was showing you the green. I would go sh, ta, sh, ta, sh, ta, sh, ta. Let's see how it sounds. Sh, ta, sh, ta, ta, sh, ta, sh, ta. There you go. So T T T T T T T T sh ta 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 ta. Okay, now hopefully this hasn't been a complete shock to you because we have done. Oops, let's go to the erase. Where's my eraser? Why would it not give me my eraser? There it is. All right, so we've done all of this in class. But now you can see what it looks like in Bandlab and how do you put it in Bandlab, okay? So remember, quarter notes will go at the beginning of the section under 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarter notes do not go here. They don't go here. They don't go here. They go only in this first space. So the first space in the light, the first space in the second, the first space in the light, the first space in the dark, okay? And then the eighth notes, they're going to always start in the first space, and then they're going to go halfway. So skip one, put one, skip one, put one, skip one, put one, okay? So let's just start this over, and I am going to give an example of something I am going to ask you to do. Let's get rid of all this. Boom, 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 boom. Now, let's go ahead and go to, let's just go to D so we get a nice blank one. Okay. So if I were to say, I would like for you to make 4 quarter notes on the yellow 9 here, okay? 4 quarter notes. And then if I were to show you, if I were to say, put this, that's pretty bad. I should have filled them in. Let me start this over. Clear. Clear. All right. Draw. Let's go ahead and color those in. So if I were to say put 1, 2, 3, 4, put my lines. Doesn't match. But you know what I'm doing. We have 4 quarter notes. I would like for you to put these 4 quarter notes. And since we're doing green, we'll go ahead and do the green drum. On the green Y drum. How do you do that? Okay. Remember, quarter notes have to go in the beginning of the note. So you would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 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 ta. All right. Then if I were to say, I need to erase. Here we go. If I were to say, now I want you to put this this rhythm. Oh, good gracious. There we go. So 2 quarter rests with, let's go ahead and just do something really hard with paired 8th note, and a quarter note. Let's go ahead. Oops. There's my paired 8th note and my quarter note. All right. I want you to put this rhythm on, let's go ahead and do the, I know it's green, but let's do the orange. So we'll do that on the bass drum. So this is a quarter rest. Nothing goes in this beat. This is a quarter rest. Nothing goes in this beat. Here we go. These are 8th notes. So remember the 8th note, the paired 8th notes will start. Then we skip one. Okay. Then a quarter note starts at the beginning. All right. So let's see what this sounds like. All right. So you get the idea. So next class, I'm going to give you some examples for you to just practice on during class to figure this out. Okay. And that pretty much ends this lesson. If you've watched this and you've hit rewind, you've watched it again, and something just does not make sense, please let me know. something doesn't make sense, let me know. Actually, I do want to draw this before we go to remember these were 4 quarter notes. 4 quarter notes. Oops. That one's kind of tired. It's leaning over a little bit. Then down here we had this figure here. And then up here we had the really, oh, that was terrible. Really ugly half rest. Oh, I mean, quarter rest. Okay, that's it. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day and have fun on Bandlab.